What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, man. Today what we're going to be doing is I'm going to be giving you guys a tutorial on mixing. Now, I was going through my TikTok and I seen somebody comment how I do my mixing, so I am going to show you guys how I do that. Now, forgive me, I am again working with multiple cameras. I got this going, I got that going. My main camera actually died, so I'm charging it up right now. So it's like, y'all gotta let me know if you guys are messing with the multiple angle thing that we're doing here. But anyways, man, let's get straight into the video.
Poverty stand at me too close. I feel like niggas don't want me to move on. They said they don't promise, show me no love. Sometimes I feel like I need me a new home. Working on this shit for too long. Gonna say feels like I'm running in circles. Look at my skills, but I'm too strong. But somehow they got me running in circles.
The first step in mixing, obviously, is to record, man. I can't make you guys sound like an angel. You can't make yourself sound like an angel if you don't actually sound like an angel, you know what I'm saying? So not saying that I am the best thing in the world, but you just kind of got to know what you're aiming for before you actually start mixing so that you know what your end goal is going to be, right? This song that I'm working on right now is a drill beat, R&B drill. I'm sorry you guys can't hear right now as I'm recording, but when we get into mixing, you guys are going to hear what we're doing. But this is an R&B drill beat I wrote on the bus yesterday specifically for this video. And so I'm gonna record it right here for you guys. I'm gonna show you guys a couple recording tricks. I can make a whole video on recording later, but I'm gonna do very quickly. We're gonna go through recording real quick, and then we're really gonna get into like the nitty-gritty of mixing. So let's go ahead. I'm gonna show you guys how I do my stuff. So first things first, we are going for like an R&B little TJ, but it's drill, so it's like I'm putting a little bit of little TJ, I'm putting a little bit of me on a drill beat, you know what I mean? So that's kind of what we're going for here. So let me start recording. Again, I'm sorry you guys can't hear the beat, but you guys will watch me record raw, and then you will jump into the computer and you'll see what we come up with out of what I just did.
I can't love no more cause these days I don't feel nothing.
You always gotta also remember what vibe you're going for, right? Sometimes I like to go for the mumble sound, sometimes I don't. I feel like it just really depends on the vibe you're going for. Today I'm gonna keep it very clean. I want y'all to feel me, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna enunciate. I'm gonna make this one like one of my old songs, you know?
Yeah, I can't love no more cause these days I don't feel nothing. Only time when I'm my pieces when the weed buzzing. Called you up the other day, it was like 3 something. Just to hear your voice and see if I could feel something.
So the way that I work personally is I like to run all my takes. I like to have 3 good takes. If I messed up, I didn't feel too confident about that take, so I'm not even gonna count that. I want 3 perfect takes so I can mix from there, you know?
Fucked it up with you, I can't believe I did something. Too much fun, so I'm afraid of making more comments.
If y'all see me like flexing and stuff, it's cause bro, I'm super tired right now. And by the way, this is me writing a song for the first time since I had writer's block for like 2 months, all right? 2 months. So let's know what I'm saying? So if my lyrics are trash, it's because I haven't been able to write for time. So once I'm comfortable with like at least 3, now I'm gonna go in and like figure out, like, since that's my whole hook, right? I'm gonna now polish it and like add more vocals because I really want to make it more beautiful. And again, I'm very sorry you guys can't hear what it sounds like, but you just gotta take my word.
Feel nothing, we bustin', 3 something, ayy, did something, more coming, feel honest, feel something, yeah, ayy.
So like you just trying to add like any like atmosphere that you can.
All right, guys, so it is currently the next day. I just finished mixing the song, as you can see, but 2 things. Number 1, you could barely hear as I was mixing, and number 2, I made the video way too long. I spoke too much, so I'm re-recording it. I don't want to upload it because I don't want to upload a video where you guys can barely hear me. I want to make sure you guys can hear me properly. I want to make sure that you can hear the video. So I'm gonna remix this song, and I'm going to do it better for you guys. So we're gonna take it right back from where we left off. So you guys had just seen me record all these vocals. So everything up here has already been mixed. So we're just gonna go ahead and mix the hook. So we're gonna start from the beginning. This is my track that I'm gonna mix. I want to send it to an empty track. So my empty track is 8. So the first thing I want to do here is I want to open my auto tune, right? Picture, and we had established that the key is in The key is D sharp, I'm pretty sure. D sharp minor.
One who makes me feel something.
So I need to turn everything else off, forgive me. So we're just gonna be working with this and this here.
One who makes me feel I can't love no more cause these days I don't feel nothing. Only time when I'm at peace is when the weed bustin'.
So right now it sounds very robotic, and that's completely fine, because what you want to do is keep it this way so you can hear if your voice is actually hitting the right notes that it should be hitting.
I can't love no more cause these days I don't. Yeah, I can't love no more cause these days I don't feel nothing.
So right here there's mistake number 1, which I hear over here.
I can't love no more.
So it goes, I can't love, but I want it to go, I can't love. So I want it to be very, very specific. And the issue that's happening here is when your voice goes into the auto tune, you can see it here. The input pitch is the notes that I'm singing, and the output pitch is the note that the auto tune is correcting my voice to, right?
I can't love no more.
So it's going to this B note here,
I can't love no.
but I don't want it to go to this B. I only want it to stay on the A. So I'm gonna unselect the B, and it's gonna stay. So as you can see, only the light lit up notes are the ones that it's gonna suggest. So if I'm singing out of tune, it's gonna go and force it on the nearest lit note.
I can't love no more cause these days I can't love no more.
So that's exactly what I wanted. I can't love versus
I can't love no more cause
I hope you guys can hear that difference. So
I can't love no more cause these days I don't feel nothing.
so now we have that issue there where we do need the B note later in the song, but we don't want it right now. So there's a couple of ways we can do this. The first way we can do it is by splitting this track here like this.
I can't love no more cause these days I can't love no more.
So I do that. So now what I've done is I've just split the track in two.
I can't love no more.
So this is that part. I only need to remove the B for here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna press in the top left corner here, and it's gonna open a window that you guys can't see. But if you press it, it says sample. Under sample, you go make unique as sample, and it's gonna open up a window to save. Don't need to rename it if you don't want to, just press save. Now it's its own file. So when you edit this, you're not gonna be affecting this, right? So I'm gonna go here. I want to send this to track 9. I go from 9 to 8. From 8 to 9, sorry. I'll go over here, open picture once again, and do the same thing. Go to D sharp minor, and now we're just gonna remove that B so that only this track here is affected by the change that we just did by sending it to 9, right?
I can't love no more cause these days I don't feel nothing.
Now it goes back to this. So now we've only affected this. So this part here,
These days I don't feel nothing.
this part still has that B. You know what I mean? Because it needed that B for that feel. Oh no, it doesn't. Now it does. Sorry.
These days I don't feel nothing.
Now it's a lot cleaner, right? Then
These days I don't feel nothing.
you see?
These days I don't feel nothing.
But we didn't want that B earlier, so that's why we put it on 9. So that is what we're gonna do. We want to go through this whole take here and clean up any wrong notes. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. So now we're done assigning every note. What we want to do now is figure out how auto-tuned or how robotic you want it to sound. So what you do now is you go onto your auto-tune here on your picture, and you play with the speed. The speed here is what adjusts how robotic it is. So if you're on fast, you're obviously going to sound a lot more robotic.
These days I don't feel nothing.
Let me just use that example right there because that's a very robotic section of the song.
Feel nothing. Feel nothing.
Feel nothing. You hear all those robotics. If I turn it down over here,
Feel nothing.
sounds a lot more
Feel nothing.
natural. If I put it in the middle,
Feel nothing.
you got a little bit of naturalness, but a little bit of robotic still. I kind of like it where it sounds natural, but still clean. You know what I mean? So I'm going to bring it here-ish.
Feel nothing.
Maybe lower.
Feel nothing. Feel nothing.
Right there. And then you want to obviously go to 9 and do the same thing so that when it switches, it's consistent. The auto-tune is consistent. You don't have some parts where it's very auto-tuned and other parts where it's not. Unless if you're doing it for an effect. Then by all means, if you have a section of the song where it's going to go super crazy, go at it. But this is kind of how auto-tuned I personally want it, so I'm gonna leave it here.
Feel nothing. Only time when I'm my pieces when the weed bustin'. Called you up the other day, it was like 3 something. Just to hear your voice and see if I could feel something.
Perfect. So next up, what we want to do is we want to do the EQing. So what you're gonna do now is you're gonna bring in Fruity Parametric EQ. And what this does is it removes or it adds frequencies that you like or you don't. And with this one, unfortunately, I'm not very good at EQing, and I'm gonna be very honest about that. So when I EQ, what I do is I just go to this preset called vocal presence. It's the last one in the option here. That's why I like opening Fruity Parametric EQ2, because it has that preset for me, vocal presence. So I'm gonna play it here, and I'm gonna let you guys listen to what it sounds like with or without, so you can hear that difference.
These days I don't feel nothing. These days I don't feel nothing.
It sounds almost like you're getting rid of a little bit of bass and you're bringing me closer to the mic and just clarifying my vocals a little bit. Listen again. This is with it off.
These days I don't feel nothing.
This is with it on.
These days I don't feel nothing.
Let me take off the beat, sorry. So this is on.
These days I don't feel nothing.
This is off.
These days I don't feel nothing.
So it's a very subtle difference, but it's something that's very much needed, because you want to get rid of all that ugly space and noise so you can fill that space with more better frequencies or better sounds or whatever you want to, So let's get like I said, even. So let's go on the other side and do the same thing. Anything we're gonna apply on 8, let's just assume we're gonna apply on 9. I'm not gonna do it to make the video faster, but anything we do on 8, assume we're doing it on 9. So next, what we're gonna do is we're gonna want to bring the volumes, the lower volumes down. As you can see, this take is not very, it's not very even. It's not very level. You have parts right here where I'm super quiet.
Only time when I'm my pieces when the
and then the volume busts always right at the end.
We bustin'.
I was singing. So what I want to do now is I want to go to the compressor and bring all my levels up. So Fruity Compressor, I'm going to go to the gain and I'm going to bring it up about 5 decibels. 4 or 5 decibels, maybe we'll go 4.5, go right in the middle. And I'm bringing all the decibels up because I want to bring the lower volumes. I want to bring those up, and in turn I'm obviously bringing the higher levels up as well. So but those parts are going to be super high, but that's okay, because the next step now is to go to the Fruity limiter, and we're going to go to this compressor side, and what we're going to do is we're going to compress it. So what we're doing here, we're going to bring the threshold about here at around negative 25 decibels, and you can see your decibels up here. So while I'm moving this, if you look up here, it'll tell you the percentage, or you don't even need to look at the percentage, just look at where it's placed in comparison to this little circle here. But anyways, threshold down here, ratio, I'm gonna bring it up there. And now what you're doing is the levels that are too high, you're bringing them down now. So if you look at this image here, that's gonna roll in when I press play.
We bustin', called you up the other.
You see this right here. What you're doing is you're cutting off anything that goes above this line. So any of those parts where I yelled and it was too loud, it's now bringing it down and trying to find a middle ground. So with the compressor, you're bringing it up. With the limiter, you're bringing it down. But also in the limiter here, we have something called a noise gate. And what you want to do is you want to bring the threshold down here just a little bit, and you want to bring the gain all the way over here, and you want to bring that down. What you're doing is now you're creating this small yellow gap here. I hope you guys can see that, where it's any noise that's only down here gets cut. So in instances where I'm not singing and I take a breath before I start singing, or if you hear my lips, any small like sounds, it's gonna get cut because it's quieter than this orange, So you're gonna want to clean up your audio a little bit, and that's kind of how you do it. Once I get past my limiter, the next thing I want to add is my reverb. So I'm gonna go here, open Fruity Reverb 2, and the way that I like to use my reverb is I'll go 2 on the right, which brings me to default, and I just bring my wet down to about 20% or 30%, somewhere around there. Let's go 25, whatever.
We bustin', called you up the other day, it was like 3 something. We bustin', called you up the other day, it was like 3 something.
Right now I'm just kind of adding some atmosphere to make it more entertaining, right? Just to add a little something.
We bussin', called you up the other day, it was like 3 something.
I only do that because on times when I'm not singing, you know, it adds something that you can listen to when I'm not saying anything or when I'm not singing. So instead of just silence, instead of just a beat, you can still hear my voice lingering a little bit in the reverb.
We bussin', called you up the other day, it was like 3 something.
It's very subtle, but to add to that, I like to add a delay. So when I add a delay, then it also helps to amplify what I was saying. When it's like when I'm not singing, you hear a little bit of something.
We bussin', called you up the.
You hear that?
We bussin', called you up the other day.
But what I do is I always bring this down because obviously if you have it too loud, it's gonna interfere with the song, right?
We bussin', called you up the other day.
That is not what you want. So you want to bring it down to a point where it doesn't interrupt with the song, but you can only faintly hear it at the end of every line, which would be like here, for example.
You're the one who makes me feel something.
It's very, 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 very settled in the background, and that's exactly what you want. Once you get to this part, I like to bring in a De-Esser, which I don't have on this computer, but on my other computer, it's a free De-Esser called Spitfish. Download that, and what that does for you is it just takes off any S sounds you do, and it just softens it so that when you're singing, you're not like, you know, abusing your listeners with aggressive S sounds or whatever like that. So that's what a De-Esser is for. So this right here is you know, what my presets are and what my vocals look like when I mix myself, which by the way, I always mix myself. I don't normally let other people mess with my vocals because I know what I like. So when I'm telling you that this works, like 97% of all my songs have been mixed with this format, and it works from R&B to rap to, well, I mean, when you're rapping and you're not singing, you don't need picture, and you just, you know, go from here. But you know, this format works, and sometimes, like I said, picture is the free version, so I actually use waves, which is like the same thing. Again, you would just go D sharp minor, and then you bring the speed down, and then
You're the one who makes me feel something.
it'd be the same idea here.
I can't love no more cause these days I don't feel nothing. Only time when I'm at peace is when the weed bustin'.
But I'm gonna go back to picture just because the other like 9 is on picture, and I want to make sure, like I said, everything is even. So I'm gonna go back here, go to D sharp, and here we are. And then I'm gonna bring all of this up back again just to make it even. And then I'm gonna show you guys what the song sounds like right now. All right, so now that my hook is mixed, I'm gonna explain a couple things to you guys, things that I think I may have missed, in attempts to make this video go by a lot faster than the last one did. So tip number one, or a piece of advice or whatever, number one that I think I forgot, with a delay, the delay is directly affected with the BPM. So if this moves, this will move, you know? So you can't always set the BPM to the time 8, because if you're, so you can't set your delay to 8 because if your BPM isn't set, it's not gonna hit right. So you gotta set your BPM always, and 8's not gonna be always the gap that you want. If you move this, your delay is not gonna hit on beat.
I can't love no more cause
I need to bring this up so you can hear it.
I can't love no more cause these days
It's not on beat anymore, you know, versus this.
I can't love no more cause these days
So you need to make sure that, you know, you are either putting yourself on the right beat or finding the right delay, so that at least when there is that background delay, it's on beat and it sounds nice. I think that's basically it. So I'm gonna now go ahead and unmute everything else except for this, because this is what I mixed yesterday. So now this is what the hook sounds like, and this is what we have. So
yeah, I can't love no more cause these days I don't feel nothing. Only time when I'm at peace is when the weed bustin'. Called you up the other day, it was like 3 something. Just to hear your voice and see if I can feel something. Fucked it up with you, I can't believe I did something. Too much pride, so I'm afraid of making more comments. I'm not good at showing love and being real honest, but I'll admit that you're the one who makes me feel something. something.
And that's basically how you mix. So guys, please be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe. I really again want to apologize for this whole 2-day thing. I'm about to edit this right now, and hopefully this syncs well with the video that I started yesterday, because I don't want this to be too confusing. I really hope that I touched up on every point that you guys needed as far as mixing. But if there's anything that I hopped over or went by too fast, by all means leave it in the comment and I will double back and make another video. That being said, guys, man, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care and peace out.
They say I'm winning cause of this and that. They can never face the facts. They just wanna see me fall. Now they mad I'm making cash. Oh, I had a silver spoon. Mama never raised no cats. It's a Royal Rumble to the finish and I'm making that. Tired of my singing, boy, I got you. Now I'm making raps, cutting tracks, shooting vids for the gram. Now it's back. And we coming with new cadences. I'm hitting at the scene. I'm making steamy like we're Satan.